hit that notification button. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne. I got a video for that. Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. Welcome back to my monthly Q&A session. I am super excited. It seems like I just did this a couple of weeks ago, but I actually did because I went live with David Piatek with VA Housing Education. We were live here in Tampa, had an awesome time. So if you haven't went out and subscribed to his channel, VA Housing Education, David Piatek, anything that you need to know about VA home loans, refinance, he is your guy, okay? And he is a veteran as well. So before I get into tonight's topic and then jumping into some Q&A, just want everybody to know our two sponsors for this evening, AXXESS Medical Solutions with Dr. Freeman. He's located in Louisiana. If you need a medical DBQ and nexus statement, he's your doctor. Now, keep in mind, some DBQs that are completed by private doctors have to be done in person. For example, joints, they have to measure your range of motion. I put his contact information in the comments so you'll be able to see it. Also, if you need, our additional sponsor, Tampa Counseling and Wellness here in Tampa, Florida, Dr. Garcia. If you need a DBQ for PTSD, depression, anxiety, whether you're claiming it secondary or increase, he is your examiner. Both of their contact information is in the comment section, and I will be posting it throughout tonight, okay? So before we get into the Q&A, everybody drop a comment and let me know where are you joining us from, okay? If you're in Chicago, probably shoveling snow. Minnesota, you're probably shoveling snow. But let me know where you're joining in from. Now, tonight's topic, DTA errors, duty to assist errors. I'm not going to go deep into this topic, okay? Because I have a video coming out where I am breaking it down. And when that video comes out about DTA errors, I need for you to watch the entire video. It's less than 15 minutes, okay? A lot of veterans are doing informal conferences. And the decision review officer that is facilitating that informal conference on a high-level review, they're saying, oh, we found a DTA error. Oh, we found a DTA error. And the veteran is not asking that decision review officer, what is the DTA error? You have to ask that question if they point it out or tell you on a high-level review, they found the DTA error. Ask them, what is it? So what needs to be done? Okay, now, when they do a DTA error, when you do a high-level review, there's a thing called EP, end product, and you can find this in the F21-1, okay? So, and I just lost my train of thought. When you do a high-level review, it's EP ortho, and when they find the DTA error and they send it back, it converts it to an 030, okay? So that's the VA claim language. I'm talking about that in this particular video. I could have those EP numbers backwards, okay? But nonetheless, you need to ask, what is the DTA error? A lot of people go through it and the DRO tells you, yeah, I found a DTA error. Then they call me and they say, Dwayne, what kind of DTA error did they find? I don't know. I'm not the one looking at the case. The person that told you what they found, you need to be asking them that question, okay? So also keep in mind, when they find that DTA error, they're sending it back to that rater, that RVSR, or that VSR, basically saying, you screwed something up. You have to fix it. Now, they're supposed to send you a decision, letting you know what that DTA error is, okay? Now, in that video, I'm showing you some information. When that happens, they are supposed to expedite it. So in the comment section, if you had a DTA error, you did informal conference and had a DTA error. Let me know how long it took, because I found the M21 manual and it found a reference in the M21 manual. They're supposed to expedite those. So let me know if you ran into that, okay, meaning DTA error, and how long did it take for you to get a decision from the rating activity? I did a video on what's the rating activity, the RVSR, right? I guarantee you they didn't expedite it because they're thinking, oh, the veteran doesn't know. The veteran doesn't know, but I just told you. So in this upcoming video, I'm sharing some slides and I'm breaking it down. Okay. So the big thing is if you decide to do a high level review, informal conference, and they tell you that was a DTA error, ask them, what is it? Explain to me what error. Did the VSR make an error? Did the rater make an error? And if so, define that error to me. Okay. They should be able to do it because if they're calling saying there's a DTA error, they should be the ones to explain it to you, right? And they should get you a decision in the mail. All right. Now, the reason why those EP numbers are so important, a lot of veterans love calling that 800 number. So if you get a DTA error, and I want to say turn it into a 030. I could have them backwards, but either way, when you see that video, you'll see which numbers I'm talking about. When you call the 800 number, you could ask them, hey, EP, what's the status of my EP 030? Oh, it's being worked in the order received. Well, it's been 4 months. According to the M21-1, and you give them that manual reference number, because I give it to you in that video, they're supposed to expedite it. And if they don't, and the 800 number, they can't do anything. So they're going to say, well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, not a problem. Hang the phone up, call the VA White House hotline. I got 2 videos on my channel for that. So when you call the VA White House hotline, you file that complaint, you're saying, hey, I got to file a complaint. The complaint is I had a high-level review, the decision review officer, and give them the name and the regional office, because in my other videos, I'm telling you what questions to ask if you opt into a high-level review, okay? You give them all that information and say, hey, my claim is supposed to be expedited due to this DTA error per M21-1, whatever that reference is. Please have the supervisor at the regional office that has jurisdiction on my claim. So they should send it to the drop. Those are, well, I'm sorry, not the drop. That's a high-level review. They should send it to the complaint to the regional office, whichever regional office has jurisdiction over your claim. And in that video, I talk about have a supervisor call you back, because those are the people that can make things happen. Not the people at the 800 number, not a VSR calling you, asking you some simple questions about your complaint, the supervisor. And then that's where you can explain, well, hey, according to this reference, it's supposed to be expedited. What does that mean? 30 days, 60 days? And they might try to throw that backlog crap in there. No. If they see it, they could get that in front of somebody the same day. You know how I know? Because when I rate it, I would have my supervisor, he would ask me, Dwayne, do you have time to work this case? We got a complaint from the White House hotline, and we need to get this moved today. So it can be done. But the supervisors are the ones that can make something happen. Okay. All right. So I didn't want to go too far in depth in that because I got a video explaining it, but I just want to give an overview because a lot of people are finding DTA errors. Now, before I get into the Q&A, ask yourself, why are there so many DTA errors? My opinion, 2 things. 1, lack of training. You heard me talk about it in some of my other videos. I don't think the training is the same as when I went through. Okay. 2, VA employees are rushing through these claims trying to meet that quota. Yes, VA employees are on a quota. So if they're behind on their quota, let's say this Friday, today is Wednesday, this Friday is the end of the pay period. And every 2 weeks, when I rated, I had to have 79 production points. Okay, 79 production points every 2 weeks. I don't know what it is now. And if I was at, let's say, 68, oh, I'm not taking no breaks. I'm not taking no lunch, because I know by Friday at 3:30 p.m., I need to be at 79 or higher, and I'm rushing. So if I get a claim in my queue and a vet submits 5,000 pages, and it's one condition, I'm not looking at that because that's going to put me further and further behind. Okay. So I'm looking at something, maybe seeing an IU claim. Veterans already been service connected. They do the employment verification. And I know when I was there, I think it was an EP 930. It could be something different. And I can look at it. Yep, veteran is no longer working. Confirm to continue. That's a quick point. Oh, here's a tinnitus claim. I look at the 526CZ. Yep, veteran was an infantry. Yep, let me go look at the CMP exam. Positive opinion. Boom, rating decision. That's another point. That's what I'm trying to do. So then the following week, I can handle those claims right off the bat that may take me a little bit more time. Okay. But when you're rushing, that's when the mistakes happen. You miss something. Okay. So those are two of my reasons. And there are some other reasons, but my two main reasons, I think we have an increase in DTA errors. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the Q&A. Let me get my glasses on. We got 135 people in here tonight. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay. And someone who's going to be my my like counter. Let me know how many likes that we have. Okay, so here we go. Southern Girl, thank you for all you do to help your fellow veterans. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. How do I change my DD 214 to honorable discharge? Currently, it states uncharacterized. It hasn't affected any internal issues with VA. That's a good thing. Now, I got you, Southern Soul. Did I say Southern Girl? Southern Soul. I have a video on that. Thus the name. I have a video on that. And you go to my channel, you do a search for discharge. Just type in discharge upgrade. That video will come up. The discharge upgrades, those are handled outside of the VA. Your branch is going to have to handle that. Okay. So, but in that video, I share my screen and I take you to the VA's website, and they have like a little, it's real easy, an application that you fill out, and at the end you can print it out and it'll tell you, hey, you need to send it here, you need, or send it there, depending on the branch that you served. Okay. Todd, appreciate all your guidance. Appreciate the support, Todd. Can vets file a claim on grounds the condition is both direct and worsened by secondary, for example, migraines, direct service connection? And second, yes. Good question, Todd. Yes, you can. I've rated those cases. And what that does is it gives you a second chance to get service connected, because what should happen, that VA employees should order one exam, but request two medical opinions, one as a direct and one as secondary. But again, Todd, like I just said, I'm not real comfortable with the training that they have today, and they may only request one or the other. So the best way to understand or know if they requested both, when you get notified to show up for an exam, you can call the 800 number, 800-827-1000, and ask the question, hey, can you tell me how many medical opinions are on the 2507 medical request for my migraines? Todd, I know you're probably asking yourself, Dwayne, what the heck is a 2507 medical request? Todd, don't worry about it. Guess what? I got a video on that. You go to my channel, type in 2507, that video will come up. So they know to go into VBMS. The 2507 medical request is the request that the VA employee sends to QTC LHI saying, hey, we need you to complete this type of exam, and we need this type of medical opinion. So when they go and look in VBMS, they should see two medical opinions requests, one for direct, one from secondary. But Todd, definitely go check out that video. All right, Grace says, my prayers for all affected by the Hurricane Helene and the ILA and Boeing, who decided to test our faith, walking by faith and not by sight. We must endure together and help each other. Definitely appreciate that, Grace. I was out last week and Sunday trimming some palm leaves that fell from all the wind we got, but it's people down the road from me that live closer to the bay. I'm probably less than maybe about 3 miles, if that, from the actual Tampa Bay, the bay. And I was talking to my pool guy. He was saying how a lot of people just right down the road, they got a lot of furniture out on the lawn on the curbside because water damage, the surge. And the big thing that happened, especially over on the Gulf side, Grace, it was that storm surge. The storm was so powerful, it was just pushing that water and sand. And it was nowhere once the drains filled up, it was nowhere for the water to go. So yeah, thank you for sending out prayers to everybody that was affected by that because a lot of people are going through it down here in Florida. Okay, all right, Brian, I'll look forward to another field info meeting. All right. And these are our sponsors. This is Access Medical Solutions, Dr. Freeman. If you need a medical DBQ, make sure you reach out to him. Okay. Also, if you need a mental health DBQ, Tampa Counseling and Wellness, Dr. Carlos Garcia, both doctors are veterans. So again, if you need a DBQ and Nexus, make sure you reach out to them. Let them know you heard it here on KMDA 89 live stream. Okay. Dennis, the Access Med link did not work for me. Okay. So I'm gonna check that. I think somebody else said that. I'm gonna check that. Yeah, accessmed.com. That should be it, Dennis. If you just go to accessmed.com, it should come up. If not, there's the number. They're probably closed now, but you have the number as well. Okay. Hey, okay, Vegas guy, how you doing? Phil, okay, I recognize the icon from all the YouTube comments. Not a problem, Elder Dwayne. I currently have a claim pending that is pending HLR for a mental condition. Can I file a new claim for sleep apnea, TMJ, and migraines while I'm waiting for the verdict? Yes, as long as it's not whatever condition that you have on high level review, because the HLR department has jurisdiction over that. Okay, so as long as it's for something totally different. Here we go. Dwayne is the man to help me get my 10% for tonight. It's okay. I definitely appreciate all the support. Fee says, what's up, KMD 89? What's going on? All right. Oh, okay. We got Iowa in the house. Okay. Are you a Michigan or Ohio State fan? Okay. Rita, all the way up in the Northwest. All right. Tacoma. Williams, if I filed for migraine secondary to tinnitus and was denied, am I able to file migraine secondary to mental health as an initial claim, or will it will need to be a supplemental? Anytime you are denied, that will go on the supplemental. Okay. He says snow. Yeah, I used to live in Chicago. I have some friend of mine. I got some friends up in Milwaukee and St. Paul, and I always tease. I'm like, man, is it snowing up there? Is it snowing up there? Okay, Alexandra Young, York, PA. Okay, Oceanside. Okay, out there surfing, right? Shout out from Japan. Ooh, okay, all right, all right. What is it? You're up early this morning. Cleveland, Ohio. Sheila, yeah. When I worked for Tropicana Orange Juice, I was a manager for them. We used to go up to Stowe, Ohio. We always had to fly into Cleveland. And imagine leaving Florida in January and flying into Cleveland in January. That was different. Did I miss something? I don't know. Dallas, Sally from Dallas. I was just in Dallas back in March at a convention. I got some family over in Arlington. Albuquerque. Okay. All right. Maryland, DMV. I got one of those flowers in my yard. I think my neighbor does. Scott Air Force Base, Illinois. That's Belleville. I'm familiar with that area. St. Louis. St. Cloud. Where's St. Cloud, Florida, Thomas? It's got to be down by, I want to say Fort Pierce or somewhere. All right, Dwayne, Clay, okay, South Carolina. I spent a lot of time in North Myrtle Beach and Myrtle Beach, okay. Cincinnati, Ohio, Long Beach, okay, all right, thanks for everybody. for chiming in. Make sure we get those likes up. AMA, BVA, evidence claim remand for DTA, failure to review medical evidence and the current diagnosis at the same time. Yep, claim is currently at drop. Maybe you can elaborate about their function for DTA. So fame is just like I explained earlier. So when you get a DTA error at the high level review, they're saying, hey, VSR, RVSR, you screwed up. We're sending it back. Same way with BVA. BVA found something, a drop, or drop, you screwed up, fix it. And they tell them what to fix. So that's basically what that is. So if you're even on the phone with a judge, ask the judge, say, hey, you say DTA error, what is it? What did they forget to do? What did they screw up on? That's the question you have to ask. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Long time no see. He's across the pond. He's in England. All right, we got Prescott AZ, South Kakalaki. All right, go mob, go mob. Okay, make sure you get a hold of the International Committee for Phi Beta Sigma. I'm doing a presentation. I think it's the 16th, the 11th, or the 16th. Could be wrong, but it's on a Wednesday. They rush through these claims too fast. You're right. And I did that sometimes, and I just kind of I had a system set up, Vegas guy, where, hopefully I didn't miss something, but sometimes I did miss it, human error. Rushing, it happens. Okay. You just miss stuff sometimes. They're missing a lot of stuff now. So I think, again, not only the production quota, employees rushing to meet those quotas, but training as well. Okay, we got Arkansas. Okay, I grew up about 3 hours north of Blytheville. H-Town. Okay, K. Johnson, if you see Scarface or Slim Thug, tell him I said, hey, what's going on? All right, awesome nuggets. Just curious if looked at VHA, Office of Disability and Medical Assessment, Compensation and Pension, Disability Examination, Clinician. I have not, Grace. But if you have a link, please send it and I can do some research and possibly do a video on it. Okay. All right. Let me turn my volume up a little bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. It was kind of down. 6 months. Okay. We got another South Carolina. DTA took 10 months. Okay. So Thomas, I got that video. If it's a DTA error from HLR, the video coming out, I'm sharing that M21-1 where it says they are supposed to expedite it. Okay. So that is a huge nugget, and you're going to be able to speak that VA claim language. Okay. DTA, no explanation. They should have given you a decision. So again, people, I got this video coming up. Hopefully it comes up. I doubt if it be this the week, maybe middle or end of next week. The DTA video, trust me. And invest the time to watch the video. I'm not just saying that to, try to get more likes or whatever. But a lot of people don't watch the entire video, and they ask me a question, and the reason why I know they didn't watch the entire video is because the question that they asked, I'm like, I talked about that in the video. Okay. So I try to keep my videos under 15 minutes, short time to watch a video and get plenty of nuggets that could possibly change your life. Okay. Especially if I'm showing some slides. My lawyers found the issues and VA concluded it was a DTA error. I forgot when I started by, I forgot when it started by it ended this past August. Okay. I'm not fully understanding that. But did they explain what the DTA error was, right? And before I ask this question, this is a question that you could ask your VSO or lawyer. The person that's representing you, they should have access to VBMS. So that's the question you need to ask them. Can you go into VBMS and see exactly what that DTA error is? Because in that video, there's a form. I think it's VA form 20-0999. I think it's 20-0999. And it took me a while to find it. I went to the VA's website, looked on the forms. It wasn't there. And I was like, oh, let me Google it. And when I Google it, I found this website VBAtraining.gov or something like that. And I found a PowerPoint presentation where it talks about what that decision review officer is supposed to do when they find a DTA error. And I'm going to share that link in the description section of the video. And that form was in there. And I'm showing parts of that form in there. So it didn't take me that long to find it, but trust me, I'm dropping some nuggets in that video. I don't want to give it away. Okay. Chicago, man, is sunny, 71 degrees, no snow. I tell you what, okay, 411 LBC, go down there on 47 King Drive and let me know if it's snowing. I used to live in that high rise right on 48th Place, right there on 47 King Drive, Luther Terrace. All right. The so-called mental health CMP examiner accused me of being disingenuous. Okay, I'm not going to say that word, but we get it. They're the ones who underpaid vets by 87 million. Who's disingenuous now? Okay, so I was rating at the time the VA came out with the DBQs, and I was having the same issues, some of the same issues you're having, Feet. And when they came out with these DBQs, I was like, you know what? I'm never going to another CMP exam. I'm getting my own doctor to do my own DBQ. And if I was going through that claim process again, I would do the same thing. I wouldn't trust the VA's doctors. I didn't trust them back then. And even when I was rating cases, I would see things like, oh, the veteran showed up with this type of purse. Oh, the veteran showed up in this type of car. Oh, when the veteran got in the car, they were able to get in and out of their car with no problem. You know, they were malingering. You know, their range of motion, they had full range of motion, and they were annotating this stuff in the exams. And a lot of veterans didn't know because they weren't getting a copy of those exams. So I was just like, if I'm seeing this stuff in other veterans CMP exams, what are they putting in mind? I started getting copies, and I was like, you know what? Nope, not doing it. 38 CFR 3.326 subpart B and subpart C. Got videos on it. All right, Alabama. All right. 11 likes. Wait. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I know I'm not looking at what I'm looking at. I feel. Tell me it's not so. We got 174 people in here. It's 627, and we only got 11 likes, and I'm dropping these nuggets. Come on, people. Help me out. All right. Hello. Love everything about. Okay. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Shout out from Japan live. Love your content. Okay, definitely appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. Does a difference of opinion better a chance for favorable decision? Thanks for the vids. That's not hard, but I would have to see how they're framing it in the decision. Like, what are you claiming? How do you claim it under 5 ways of service connection? I would say it could. I'm not going to say it would, you know. Yeah, so I would have to see in the rating decision, you know, from start to finish to give you a better answer. But still, it could go either way because somebody else is making that decision. And it could be somebody that's not an advocate. You know, obviously, if they're not an advocate, it may not go in your favor, okay? If they are an advocate, it could. Where are we at? Okay. So the soul said, thanks, definitely appreciate it. If anybody wants me to stop and put our sponsors for tonight's video for AXXESS Medical Solutions for the medical DBQ, Tampa Counseling and Wellness for the mental health DBQ. If you need me to put that back in the comment section, let me know. If not, you can scroll back up to the top. Okay, just awarded TDIU 100% PNT. Congrats. Helped me out tremendously through my journey with your professionalism and knowledge. Thank you. Hey, congrats, Thomas. Congrats. Guess what? Got another video on IU explaining what medical evidence is an update that came out. I received the email, did the research, and I'm bringing that information to you. All right. Had a difference for pre-existing conditions for flat feet and ankle problems. No, it have worn during to aggravation from wearing boots and motor vehicle accidents. Now I have to have surgery for my ankle. Okay, so what type of decision did you receive, Greta? What is your opinion on sleep apnea secondary PT? I've actually rated some cases where I granted service connection, but it was only one from a VA doctor. The rest of them was from private doctors that veterans submitted their DBQs. Okay, so anybody is looking to get a DBQ done for sleep apnea secondary to PTSD or any mental condition, I am putting Dr. Carlos Garcia's information back in the comment section. Okay. Hey, DJ, good evening. Tommy Lee, thanks so much for all your help. Thank you for your support. Does the 1-year clock reset after a denied supplemental claim decision comes through, trying to keep my effective date going? Okay. Good question. You never want to let 365 days lapse. If you get denied, as long as you continue to pursue that claim. So let's just say you filed a claim today and they make a decision in December of this year. You have until December 2024 to do a supplemental claim or high-level review. Whichever one you pick, let's say you pick a high-level review. And now we're in 2026. You don't let 365 days lapse. They deny it. You do a supplemental claim and you win. It goes all the way back to the original intent to file. You never want to let the 365 days lapse. If you do, yes, it will start over. Unless there's a CUE. And guess what, Jason? I got a video on CUEs on my YouTube channel. All right. For cyst, is it better to do an HLR? You know, what I tell veterans is, and I just can't say, Greta, oh yeah, just go do a high-level review. There's other questions that I will be asking you to determine if an HLR is right for you. Okay. At the end of the day, the decision has to be yours, but there's a lot of things, a lot of factors that's going to go into play in your decision on if you should have a high-level review or not. Okay. It's just not, oh, I got this conditions. A lot of people say, oh, just do a high-level review. And then they start asking me questions. I'm like, so where does that condition fall on the 5 ways of service connection? Did you get a CMP exam? If you got a CMP exam, what was the doctor's rationale for the negative opinion? Do you have a copy of your claims folder? What other evidence did they review that's in your file? If the answer is, I don't know, you have a year to do a high-level review to get a copy of your claims folder for full transparency and get yourself educated before you do that high-level review. Grace said, our son is at MacDill Air Force Base. I was up there last month. I gave a presentation up at MacDill. Yep, about 30 minutes away from there. I filed a formal complaint against a military therapist while in service. That therapist discarded my formal complaint. Do I need those records? I'm already service connected, seeking an increase. Okay. So no, not if you trying to do the increase. The question is, do you know the current percentage of that condition? But more so, do you know the criteria for the next higher percentage? You can find that in your rating decision. They tell you if you're at 10%, they'll tell you either that's the max for that diagnostic code criteria, that diagnosis, or they'll tell you the 20% is not warranted unless X, Y, and Z. So do you have or do you meet the criteria for that? Okay. On my HLR, DTA was found, went to CMP exam, came back negative opinion. Okay. So what's the next move? Negative opinion. I just said it. Do you have a copy of your CMP exam? What was the rationale the doctor provided for the negative opinion? You got to know that before you do a high-level review. You got to know that. If not, you're shooting in the dark. Okay. Somebody let me know how many people, I'm sorry, not how many people, but how many likes we got. We got 175 people. How many likes? I don't see. No, somebody's not telling me something. Okay, help me out. 105 likes. Steven said 86. Miss Danita, 105. Younger Young. Okay, 108. Okay, we need to get those likes up. Thank you for your help, sir. You're most appreciative. You need a hat that says you got to get educated on this. Okay. All right. If I get a hat, Cyber, you be the first customer. Okay. All right. Now RVSR requests a new medical opinion because on the first medical opinion did not have the rationale, and that came from a CMP examiner. How could that ever happen? It happens. Okay. I'm already 100% service connected, and I put in another claim and also got another 100% service connected. Am I entitled to more money? SMC. I don't have an SMC calculator, so I can't tell you which SMC. But yeah, you could fall under. Because I remember, well, it depends if that 100% is a single 100%, and then you have additional 100%. Right off the top of my head, SMCS. But if this first 100% is broken down on multiple conditions, then no, you wouldn't be entitled to SMCS. All right. K Brooks, if your job exposed your job and base exposed you to PFAS and you have cancer as a result, but you served in a time not listed as packed via Gulf, is it still covered as presumptive? Terra, I have a video on Terra. Claim it under Terra. Okay. And that's another thing, people. I'm doing these videos and it takes me time to come up find these topics. And I'm trying to think of things, based off questions that I get by either email or YouTube comments during the live stream, or YouTube comments on each individual video. I did a private Q&A with a veteran yesterday, really nice individual. And she was like, over the weekend, she just binge watched my videos. Take 2 hours or 1 hour and watch 4 or 5 videos. Okay. You got to do it. If you want to win, you got to get educated. Does the VA ever put a disability claim in on behalf of a veteran? Vermont? I'm assuming you meant veteran. No, they will infer from time to time, but no, they won't put it in for you. Tommy Lee, if I'm rated for a condition, how do I get SMC on that illness? See if it qualifies for SMC. I had done several videos on SMCs, and I show you this is how I do it. This is how you do it real quick, people. Watch that video, SMC. And I'm talking about looking at the diagnostic code criteria. So if you're service connected, you have to get a copy of disability breakdown letter to include the diagnostic codes. Simple. Got videos on it. Call 800-827-1000, 800-827-1000. Please email me my disability breakdown letter to include the diagnostic codes. If you're not service connected for anything, you're not going to have this. Okay. Now, once you get that letter, even I talk about it in my book. I'm looking around, thought I had some books. The diagnostic code, you Google that diagnostic code. Those percentages on the right-hand side, if they have a 1 or something like that, you are in the top right of that number, you're entitled to SMC. Again, people, if you just went to my YouTube channel and typed in SMC, and I give you a breakdown of 2 or 3 SMCs, you would know. There's a lot of SMCs. People will say, hey, I got this, I got that. Do I qualify? I don't know. I don't have the criteria for all the SMCs memorized. It's too much. That's where the work on the veterans part is going to have to come into play. You're going to have to go through and do that search. It's easy. I've done trainings, free trainings on showing people how to search the M21-1 and find all the SMCs and the criteria. I did a video, do you qualify for $11,000? Guess what? SMC R1, R2. I went to the M21-1 main reference and did the research for that particular video. And I'm looking at all these other SMCs and they have the criteria. It would take you less than 10 minutes. Okay. All right. HOR found a DTA on medical. Okay. Medical. You're supposed to get an exam. What? Okay. That one girl. Hello. What does it mean when the VA app gives you an update that I don't know? I never used the VA app. So I'm not going to even, I don't know. Closed a LA exam request for clarification. Uh, Exam request for clarification. There could be an addendum request. Addendum request. So what happened if the exam needs to be clarified? They'll send an addendum request back asking that doctor to clarify something. Okay, but I don't. The app, I have it on my phone. Never been in it, so I can't speak to the app. All right, Anthony Gomad. Yvonne, hi Dwayne. I was dying for depression, but PTSD deferred. Now I'm in step 5. Okay, so you have a confirmed. They got you confirmed stressor. But Yvonne, you go to that exam. How do you reasonably articulate your symptomology of that stressor as it pertains to occupational and social impairment? Got a video on it. Mental health conditions. How to get 100% for a mental condition. Okay. California. All right. Hawaii. Okay. Man, got a lot of people from all over the country. I did an HLR with conference for sleep apnea, and the reviewer cited DTA and ruled a difference of opinion. It was sent back to regional. Is that an automatic approval? No. Oh, look, wait a minute. You say roll tide, war eagle. Nah. No, I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't mean it's automatic. It does not mean it is automatic. Good question, though. Good question. Does not mean it is automatic. But I'm glad that you understand that. Okay. HLR found a detailed medical opinion. Okay, wait a minute. Did I just read that? After the CMP exam, it came back negative. RVSR now requests a new medical opinion because it did not have the rest. Okay, yeah, so that's right. And they should have caught that the first time. But again, that's what I'm saying. The training, the rushing through these, they should have caught that. Oh, there was a medical opinion requested, so a rationale has to be the medical opinion. Rationale has to follow the medical opinion. Now, I'm about to give y'all a nugget. Put a 1 in the comment section and let me know if you want me to give you this nugget. Okay. If I don't see 5 1s in the comment section, okay, Jay Young, that's the last comment I see where it says Oklahoma Sooners. There's 1. Okay. There's 2. Well, wait a minute. 3, 4, and they want 5. Okay. I'm going to give you this nugget. Now, we're talking about rationales. Okay. I'm trying to see where I left off. Okay. Got a lot of questions. When you have a private examiner to do a DBQ and nexus statement, that nexus statement needs to include a rationale. I talked to a veteran, say, oh, my medical opinion was 48 pages. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, that's too many what pages. Who gonna look through all that, first of all? But he just thought just because it was 48 pages, he was good. And I asked one question. What is the rationale? Oh, well, see, it's 48 pages and the doctor is a specialist. That's not what I asked. I didn't ask how many pages. I didn't ask if the doctor was a specialist. I asked, is there a rationale? And he could not tell me. So you went and paid somebody for a DBQ and a nexus statement, and you don't know if there's a rationale in the nexus statement? What? Everybody in my veterans membership, they know what a rationale is because I give an example of a template. Now, that template is not saying this condition is secondary. That only thing I put in that template is what are the subjects that needs to go in there? Name of the medical institution, a doctor's letterhead, date, veteran social security number, veteran's name, the date, evidence reviewed, medical opinion, rationale, and all the doctor's information, NPI number, medical license, fax, address, sign, printed name, date, all that stuff. Rationale, you need to know what it is. All right? That's the nugget. St. Louis in the building. All right. I went to college down in Cape Girardeau. Before I moved to Florida, I was living in Columbia. Yep. Got family up in Florissant. All right. Fairfield, North Carolina. Fort Bragg. All right. HLR took 3 months for IFC, found DTA, had CMP exam 4 months later, was done by the examiner, didn't address in-service event, requested new exam, thought. A lot of moving parts. Again, it's hard to answer questions like these because I'm not looking at any paperwork, So again, if you have a VSO, that's where you call and say, hey, look at that 2507 addendum request. What's going on? Why did they send it back? Okay. Jacksonville. Okay, will do. All right. Side netter out of Atlanta, Georgia. He's frat that hosted, and brother Perry Harris out in Vegas. If you know one of those two, they get you locked in. 158 watching, 11 likes as of 6:21. I think we got a little bit more than that now, Phil. But let me know what we got right now. All right, Mr. Kimball is the man. Victor here from IBM days. All right, Victor, did we? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Victor, you need to give me a call. We need to have a conversation. Yeah. Victor, yeah, give me a call. I think somebody has left. But yeah, just give me a call or reach out to me on we're on LinkedIn, Victor. Hey, nice to see you. Want to see how you're doing, okay? All right. Oh, Victor. Okay. He threw me for a look with the IBM, but yeah, I got you, Vic. Good day, sir. I had a CMP exam. Refused to submit and then request another for VA who did not question the where first results were 4-hour exam disappeared. What can I do? Wow. I got other questions, basics. I would say call an 800 number and try to get some feedback, but I think they probably just try to give you more than likely give you the runaround in this instance. You can always, I have a video where I talk about you could do an inquiry, ask the VA a question, but you need to be very detailed because if you're not, they will give you a bogus answer. Short, direct, and to the point. Judge just remanded my claims. Does that take a long time? It's been 2 years. Yeah. Yep. Those do not move quick. Greta, hello. I want to know if I was denied due to other than honorable for PTSD, back, feet, mental, which they never process the application. Now I'm honorable for VA. Do they go back? Okay. So, G. Davis, you are missing some information because if they did not give you a rating decision because of your character of discharge, they gave you a COD, character of discharge determination. You need to get that documentation and see why they barred you. Okay. So I did a video on how to download documents from the VA's website. So if you go there, because that'll be a lot faster than getting this. And when you watch that video, you can go and do exactly what I'm showing you, what to do in that video, and you can find their correspondence. Your character, your COD is what it's called. Character discharge determination. They'll let you know you serve from this time to this time. You're barred from compensation. That's why you possibly didn't get a decision. You need to start there first. But if you do have an honorable now, yeah, you can go back in. Okay, you can. Can I claim? I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, from Lee Summit. Is Lee Summit, that's up by Kansas City. I know it's another one, Holt Summit. I think Holt Summit is over by Jeff City. But I don't know what that condition is. But there are some conditions that are considered lab findings, like high cholesterol. You're not going to get service connected for that. So I would have to Google, George, I would have to Google that with beta. I don't want to try to pronounce it because I know I'll pronounce it wrong. And then I would have to see if that is a service connectable condition. What are secondary claims to service connected hemorrhoids? Wow, Google that. I'm not a medical professional, so RC, I would not know. Could possibly be depression, especially if you ever had them removed, causes you not to be able to fly, sit for long periods of times. But Google that and see what residuals there are for hemorrhoids. I'm not sure if you got my two previous. I did understand them, Melissa. I know you said something about amputation, but try to put it in all in one. Okay. And we'll try to get through these questions. Got about 10 minutes left. I'll try. I just stumbled upon it. Okay. Keep up the good work. Will do. Everybody, keep up the support. No one explained it, but I did get a huge increase. Okay. How does the VA rate or come to a rating decision for multiple events, including MST, on the new form? All right. So for MST, it's going to be PTSD, a mental diagnosis. Okay. If you have multiple mental diagnoses, you're not going to get service connected for each diagnosis. That would be considered pyramiding. It's only going to be one. Now, I do have, Anthony, I do have a video explaining PTSD and military sexual trauma. And I'm explaining stressors and markers. Okay. So I don't want to go too deeper than that, but check out that video. Service injuries, conjugal malacia, broken ankle, no terror report at separation, civilian injury, knee shredded, now aka amputation, diet. Any information on that? Okay. So where does a conjugal malacia of the knee or any joint fall under the 5 ways of service connection? Is not civilian. Okay. You're not on, if you're civilian, you're not on active duty. So where does those conditions fall under the 5 ways of service connection? I have videos on that as well. Examiner stated my PACDAC sinusitis etiology was chronic. In her opinion, still got denied by HLR. Okay. What was the opinion? Okay, so there's more. A lot of people ask me, you only give me like bits and pieces, real small pieces. That's like 2% of it. And it's not really making sense because examiner stated my PACDAC sinusitis chronic in her opinion. Okay, but she gave you a negative opinion. Even though she said it was chronic, she gave you a negative opinion. What was the rationale for that opinion? And then you went to a high level review not knowing or answering that question and got denied on high level review. So again, like I stated earlier, how can you do a high level review without knowing what was the rationale for the negative opinion? We have to know that. Okay. Got it. You got it. People, trust me. I've seen it working in the VA. I've seen it outside of the VA. This claims file, you need it. You need a copy of that exam. You have to. Okay. Hello from Goose Creek, South Carolina. My VSO is ghosting me. Yeah, been hearing that a lot as well. Hey, Annette, how you doing? Hope all is well. There are 8 likes up and 166 watching. Can we get these likes up? I think they're up now. We're at 199. Okay. Got Minnesota, 85 likes. And when I'm reading these comments, I'm a few minutes behind. Okay. Jose, hey, thanks. Oh, wow. Thanks for that super sticker. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let me get through some of these questions. We got about 6 minutes left. Why are nurse practitioners and physician assistants performing the physical? Because they can. I've seen more positive opinions from nurse practitioners and physician assistants than actual medical doctors. I do not in any way mean to downplay their qualifications, but I would expect a specialist. You're not going to always get one. Great job, brother. I'm already 100% PNT. Thanks. Congratulations and thanks for the support. Still watch your videos. I'm the barbershop claim teacher sharing what I learned from you. Are you in ATL? Because I got a friend of mine always tell me, oh yeah, man, every time I go to barbershop, they always talking about VA claims. Okay, James. I submitted a private DBQ and Nexus for mental health televised from an out-of-state provider. Is this a red flag? I spoke with Vera today, and she said it was. I asked why, and she said a lot of fraud. Yeah, there is fraud. And I'm going to touch on this, James. I was talking to a vet today, and they were saying how the DBQs are getting rejected. And also, I did a video about VA employees rejecting DBQs. Okay. Now, is there some fraud? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure a lot of time it's not, and they're still rejecting it. And I tell people, make sure if you work with any company doing DBQs, don't let them talk you into no bull crap. Oh, well, we can do this and and say you got this. No, don't do it. If you're going in to get a private DBQ for, let's say, PTSD for increase, have your claims folder. Have that doctor reviewing something. Make sure it is on the up and up. Do not try to cut corners. There is a lot of fraud out there. If somebody says, oh, well, you're at 10%, we can do a DBQ for this, and this, and you don't have a diagnosis for any of that stuff, no, don't do that. Okay? Don't do it. Thanks for the 411. Not a problem. I just want to see. Oh, okay. Just want to CUE. All right. Everybody give him put a, I'm about to say 5 and hold up 4. Put a 5 in the chat and let Alexander Young congratulate him. I'm pretty sure you all already have. Basically says, what are CUEs, please? I have a video on that. Go to my channel, type in CUEs. People, just try. If you got a topic that you're thinking about, just go to my channel and type it in and do a search. You have to go to my channel, not go to YouTube and type it in, but go to my channel and type it in and see if I have over 500 videos. I'm approaching 600 videos. I probably talked about it. CUE, I know I talked about it. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. I have a question. I was told that as a helpless child of 100% deceased veteran that I will qualify for a VA home loan. Contact David Piatek at VA Housing Education. David Piatek, VA Housing Education. He has a YouTube channel. We go live. I think we're going live on the 10th, 8th to 10th of October. Okay, make sure you subscribe to my channel or subscribe to his channel. So when we go live, ask your question. Now, a good idea, if you're not able to attend that live, go ahead. When we go live, you can leave your question and it'll be at the top. It'll be one of the first ones that we answer. We don't get through all of the questions because it's a lot of questions, okay? But here's the gentleman you want to contact, okay? Does the VA reevaluate after 55 years old? No. Other than cancer. Good question. Unless you have an RFE, routine future exam. Guess what? I got a couple of videos on RFEs. But a lot of people talk about 55, 55, 55, 55. I have a video where I'm talking about this 55 years old. I got 2. Type in, go to my channel, type in 55. The other one, type in routine future exams. That 55 is in the M21-1 as it pertains to routine future exams, what you're asking. Okay, so if that condition is static, if you're 27 or 57, it's static, no routine future exam. Okay. How do I get in touch with you to assist me with my appeal? My claims have been on appeal for 24. I doubt that. If your claims have been on appeal for 24 years, some I've never seen that. Never. Okay. You could go to our website at www.kmd89.com. www.kmd89.com. I do a weekly webinar. I had one today. Nobody showed up. And I explain a couple of things about the VA, but then I explain what it is we do and what it is we don't do and how you can work with us. Those are only things I cover in that webinar, and it's free. Okay. I stopped doing the consultations because a lot of veterans, they didn't keep the consultations, and then consultation is only 15 minutes. And I'm trying to explain everything that we do and don't do in 15 minutes is a little bit hard because the veteran wants to say, let me tell you my story. And that's not going to let me know if I can help you or not. So the webinar is free. And the only questions I take is about the questions you have about the educational services we provide. That is it. So I can have 15, 20 people on there opposed to talking to one person at a time. Okay. Make sure you go to our website and get registered. You need Dr. Carlos Garcia's number. I am going to put the contact information in the comment section. So if you scroll up and down, basics is in there, but I'm putting it in there for you right now. Hello from Memphis. Okay. Been to Shelby County. Brian, so what are veterans' options if they do not file anything after receiving a VA decision after 365 days have passed? Okay. In that notification letter that you got, they explain your options. You can't, one of them, if it's past 365 days, one of them is not a HLR. In that notification letter, see, again, people, that lets me know a lot of people are not reading that notification letter. I tell you, when you get that rating decision and notification letter, that packet, sit down, read it, highlight it, push it to the side, come back the next day and read it again. You have to do that. You have to. Okay. Love your online course. The Platinum package is worth it. Thank you. If you're in the Platinum package, we had some problems sending out emails, newsletters to our Platinum members to get signed up. So if you're in the Platinum, you get that email. Make sure you sign up for your one-on-one with me, the Q&A. Okay. Thank you for that shout out. Didn't talk about the live membership. Got a live membership, people. Okay. Where we have about, I think I have about 35, I have about 35 lessons. You get 6 lessons a month. I go live twice a month by Zoom. I record it, put it back in the portal. We have templates for direct and secondary Nexus letters. Now, those templates are not cookie cutter. I'm not giving any medical literature or medical studies. Basically, like I stated earlier, it's just the format. That's it. Okay, rationale. And I'm explaining what a rationale is. So if you take that to your doctor, they know what it is. Everybody's rationale is going to look different. Everybody's nexus is going to look different. Now, the format could be the same. The the bullets for each section could be the same, but those sections, the information that needs to go into those sections is going to be different from everybody. So if you come across a company that is copy and pasting, wrong move. Okay. While submitting a DBQ and Nexus statement, how does the VA come to a rating decision for multiple personal trauma events using a new form? Are they rated in totality or individual? What are the conditions? Again, if you're talking about the 0781, you're talking about that's the PTSD. Or if you're claiming PTSD or verifying the stressor. That's what they're doing. They get that information to verify the stressor. You're not going to get a service connected separately for multiple mental conditions. That is called pyramiding. Okay. So we are at an hour. Okay. Didn't get through all the questions. So I'm going to go through, give some shout outs to the people that donated. I have cerebral palsy. I'm considered a helpless dependent. My father is deceased. Can I call? Okay. So Courthouse Chronicle did, again, VA home loans, that's something totally different than, VA compensation. VA housing education. I don't have David Piatek's information. If you look at any of the live streams that we did, we've been doing live streams for over a year. Back in April, we went live for 12 hours. Reach out to his team. Tell him, hey, Dwayne told me to call you, okay? His YouTube channel, VA Housing Education. He does everything VA home loan, okay? But thank you again for that donation. I really appreciate it. Going to keep going through here. Yeah, okay, got a lot of ones. So when I say put a one in the comment section. Okay. All right, here we go. Super sticker. Okay, Fred. You know what? I was looking at that. I'm like, man, that looks so familiar. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Oh, we got thank you for that donation. Courthouse, did you get VA housing education? Okay. West side, where you at over there? On Madison? Okay. All right. Um, man, I wish I could have gotten to everybody's question. I do apologize. I let me know if you all want me to go back to doing these every other Wednesday. I was trying to do these at least twice a month. I may not be able to do it every other Wednesday, but I will do it on the first Wednesday of every month, and then possibly um, another date another day outside of that. 178 likes, 103 watching. We had 185. Okay, I'll take it. So again, sorry I didn't get through all the questions. I mean, this probably could have went on for another hour. If you are interested in the monthly membership, we don't have it on our website. You can send me email at info, info, I'm gonna put it in the comment section, info at kmd89.com. Okay. It is billed monthly. We have a gold and platinum. The difference between the two, the platinum, you get an hour with me every month. Q&A session. We talk VA. Okay. A lot of questions that I got today, a lot of people ask those questions during those Q&A sessions. Okay. And it's just one-on-one. It's not a how-to. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do that. We're going to dig into that 38 CFR that tells you what you can and what you can't do. That's what you need to know. Okay. Because somebody's telling you, oh, you can do this. Oh, you can't do that. But they're not giving you the regulations of saying either way, it's not doing you any good. Okay. So a lot of information there. We got resource links in there. You can post questions. And when I do go live with the members, I answer those questions first, and then I get into a block of instruction. We record it, we put it in there. So if you're not able to attend that live event, you can always go back and watch it. So I put our company's website in here. Okay. Info at kmd89.com. If you're interested, definitely reach out. If you look in the description section of any of our videos, I think from, let's say, May 1st until now, you will see that link in the description section of that video. Okay. Sorry, Elmo, thanks you for the donation. I think we had a couple more come through. K Jr., thank you. Thoughts on Haskell versus McDonough SMCT decision? I would have to look at that. Again, I'm telling you, people, these court cases, I don't have them memorized. I can go to the M21-1 and look it up and find it just like that. But I would have to, let me take a screenshot of that. Give me 1 second, and I'll do some research on that. Boom, got a screenshot. I'll do some research on that and see if I could do a video. And I try to cut those videos down because a lot of people, they don't, after 10 minutes, even though the entire video is good to go, they seem to lose interest for whatever reason. Okay. Miss Danita, thank you for the support. The super sticker, definitely appreciate it. Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and we're going to close it out. As always, knowledgeable is power. Thank you. Okay, so we did have someone say yes every other Wednesday. It may not be every other Wednesday, but I'm definitely going to see if I can get it another day because I'm planning on doing a live stream with someone else. And you know what? You all let me know if you want me to do a live with another YouTuber. Okay. I had one person reach out. I may reach out to another company and see and just surprise you because I think doing a collaboration and you're getting answers from different people, I think that's definitely important. If that's something that you're interested in, hey, right quick, put a 2 in the comment section and let me know if you want to see me go live with another YouTuber that's talking about VA compensation. Okay. So that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and as always, share this video with your fellow veteran. Thank you.